Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's Chris Pyles, and I'm making a video talking about being sober for 147 days now. Um, I'm very excited about it. Never did I think it would go this long. In the beginning, it was really hard, but it's still a struggle every day. But 147 days later, here I am, and proud to say I'm sober. And I haven't made a video about sobriety in a while, so I thought I'd make this video. Just a few things I wanted to talk about, and a couple announcements I wanted to make too. Um, I'll go ahead and just talk about the things I was going to talk about. Um, I've recently spoken with a couple of addicts, and it's really sad and kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Um, because they told me, "Hey, I want to change. I want to change," and it's really sad because you see people that will come up to you, and I've had people message me that I don't even know, like, thank you for these videos, and we appreciate everything that you do, and it means a lot, and at the same time, it's kind of sad, because I was there, and I'm not trying to seem like I'm some guru of sobriety. I'm not. Like I said, this is only 147 days that I've been sober now. But people are starting to come around and come to me, and ask for help. And the people who don't ask for help and still that I know that still drink and stuff like that, they still at least respect my wishes about it, and they do what they can not to bring it around me. Um, through these trying times, because well, I'm trying to turn down this volume so I can see the chat. I do see we are live right now, so if anybody's on the chat, I can address you guys. But see, I lost what I was talking about. Um, but no, they respect my wishes about not wanting to be around it and stuff like that, and people throwing parties or whatever. They don't invite me. And I mean it sucks, but I mean at the same time that's what you get dealt with. Um, when you're stepping up against alcoholism, and I mean that's what's going to happen. You're going to lose a lot of friends, and and that's sad. I I can consider myself. I used to have a lot of friends, but now I just keep a few close, and even a lot of family members. You know, I I don't do a lot of stuff with some family members and stuff because of drinking. I don't want to be around it, and I don't see the point in it no more. And I love my family, I love my friends, but you know, they still do their thing, and I'm doing my thing, and we just respect each other's wishes. That's the main thing. If you're dealt with that, um, just make sure that people respect your wishes, and don't try to put yourself in a situation that you're not ready for. There was what was it? It was a couple years ago. I was trying to be sober again, and it didn't last too long. But I thought I was ready to to go out, and I could overcome it. I didn't. In fact, it was when I went and saw Scott Weiland of Stone Temple Pilots, and I went to his concert. He was playing at a small venue in Dallas, and I told my wife that day, I was like, everything will be fine. I got this. And lo and behold, when she picked me up, it wasn't fine. I spent $80 at that place drinking, and I was drunk when she picked me up. I wasn't ready for it. I thought I was, and I wasn't. It was really tough. But and it's sad. Speaking about Scott Weiland, because he had his own addictions. He was addicted to other things, not alcohol, but it caused him to lose his life. And he was an amazing musician, but addiction got a hold of him, and it's a tough thing. And that goes back into what I was talking about few minutes ago is, people coming up and saying, "I want to quit. I need to quit." And yeah, you do. I mean, you need to quit, especially. I mean, if it's messing up things in your life. Um, if you have a family. I mean, it took me a while to realize that, my partying days are over. It took me a long while to realize that because, I was a DJ and stuff, and I could go out and do these shows and, get drunk and stuff like that and still live it up while my wife is busy at home with my two kids, making sure that they're in bed on time and, stuff like that. And while I'm out doing that, that's not fair. And, you know, it doesn't it doesn't make me look like a good guy that I'm out choosing. Of course, I was making money doing it too, but at the same time, I was spending money on getting drinks and stuff like that, and spending money on buying food on the way home, and it took a lot of money away from me. But when it boils down to it, I chose that lifestyle over my family, and that that's something that I can't ever get back. Those nights of my babies being actual babies and I was gone, taking shots and singing songs and stuff like that. And, I can't ever get those days back. And, they're growing up so fast. I mean, my oldest she's 7, she's going on 8 now. And, my youngest is 4 going on 5. And those days, especially the oldest one, those, you know, I'd say half of her life, I wasn't around too much. I mean, I tried to be. I worked all day long, and then I would come home for like an hour and a half. I would get off at 6 o'clock, and I would come home long enough to say hi, how you guys doing, give them hugs and stuff. And I was exhausted because I worked 10 hours that day, and then I would go lay on the couch and I would sleep for an hour and a half. And at 7:30, I would hop up and get my stuff together, and by 8:30, be in downtown Dallas. You know, and so that was my schedule. I did that like 4 times a week. And the main nights I was doing it was like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I mean, that's nights that I mean, I could have had some good family time, but I didn't. Yes, once again I was making money, but I was away from my family and I was doing things that I should not have been doing. And that's drinking. I should have just went, did my job, and that was it. Provide the music, sing some songs. Um, and that would have been, I think that would have been okay. I mean, some people work at night. I'm not bashing anyone who works at night because you got to do what you got to do. But I was partaking in other things that I shouldn't be doing. I should be focusing, and I couldn't because my mind was so wrapped around. Oh man, this is awesome. I'm having a good time. Um, let me just go and just have some drinks and stuff and get as smashed as I could, and then not even be able to drive home, but still somehow make it home. And after already being arrested for that before, taking a chance, you get. I don't know how it is in any other state, but I know in the state of Texas, if you get busted twice for drinking and driving, it's a felony and it's an automatic 6 months in prison. And I was taking that risk. I could have lost my day job that I've been at for 15 years now. I've been with the company for 15 years, and I could have lost that job easily. And I would be locked up for 6 months. So that's a long time. You miss out a lot on 6 months. And my wife probably would have left me and everything else. And I didn't care because stuff was drinking and feeling good meant so much more to me than that. So it's very sad to think of. But the people who are saying I need help, I mean, that's some of the things you got to think of. Um, you know, Especially those that have their kids living with them. Some of them, you know, you already lost that relationship, and the kids live with the baby's mom or someone else. You have to think what's more important. Is getting drunk, feeling so good, better than spending time with your kid, you know, or getting drunk, feeling so good, more important than being able to go to your job in the morning and performing how you're supposed to. I mean, there's a lot of factors that you get if you sat down and honestly asked yourself, I think it would stop a lot of alcoholism, but people don't do that because it's too powerful. I think it's one of the most powerful things on earth is alcohol and addiction. I mean, you have all these people fighting over marijuana and stuff, and oh, it's illegal and stuff like that. But honestly, I mean, I'm never gonna partake in that. You know, I've done it before. It hasn't done anything. It didn't do anything for me. So I mean, but whatever. People who I don't see how people can defend alcohol so much and how that can be legal when that's the top leading cause of death. You know, people getting drunk and crashing cars, killing people, killing themselves, liver disease, shutting down your kidneys, everything else. Alcohol does so much, but yet it's legal, and people will defend it till the teeth. You know, I'm okay. I didn't have that much to drink, and then you go home, and then you drive home and get in a wreck and kill someone, or you go to jail. All over because I'm okay to drive. Yeah, if you were sober, you would be amazing to drive. You wouldn't have to worry about that. And I know some of these videos are gonna be controversial about me talking about stuff like this, but I just want to be truthful about how I feel, and that's why I started doing these videos so I can let my emotions out about this stuff. Um, but when it boils down to it, you do have the willpower to stop, and that's I know once you take a drink, it's hard to stop. I understand that. So if you take the right steps to prevent that drink even getting to your mouth, then you're golden. That's my point. It was like me. I was saying, next door to where I work at, there's a gas station, and I would walk over every day on my lunch break, and I would just go get me a couple cans, and go back and just chug them, and then I would be buzzed working, and that's not too professional to do. I could have easily got fired for that too, but I didn't care. Um, but see, the thing is, and there's still days. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. There's still days that I get so tempted. I'm like, man, screw this. I just want to take a drink. And but see, the thing is, when I walk into that gas station, it's up to me to open that door. You know, it's up to me to open that door where those drinks are at. Now, if I stop myself from then, well, let's just say, and I've gotten to that point a couple months ago where I actually did open up the door. Now the next step is I have to put my hand inside and pull that can out. That step I didn't do. I stopped myself because I realized, hey, this is wrong what I'm doing. I cannot do this. So what happens? I shut the door back, and that's it. You have to stop. You have to take those steps. If you honestly want to quit drinking, you have to take the steps yourself. And you know, people there's people's like, no, just go to rehab, just do this. Look, I'm going 147 days now, and like I said, I'm not being a guru or anything, but I'm doing this all on my own. You know, of course, there's people that motivate me along the way, but at the end of the day, it's my choice on what I'm doing. I could easily go get me something to drink if I wanted to. I could. I mean, it's all over the place. But do I? No. I stop myself from doing that. So if you want to really quit, you have to stop the thing to even get to your mouth. Because we know that once you take a drink, it's over. You take a drink and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna keep drinking, and you can't stop it. That's where the addiction comes in. And the main thing is you just have to stop it before it gets to that point. And so if you can do that, that's the first step into doing this. And to anybody watching, please, if you want to quit, you have to stop. before it gets in your hands. You have there's so many steps before that that you can eliminate to make it not even happen. So that's kind of a point I want to get to. And then, with it being Halloween weekend, there was so many parties going on, and it made me so sad that, there was a lot of people that I know that they have kids at home that they're sitting there getting babysitters and all this stuff. Instead of spending time with their family, they're going to parties and getting drunk with their friends. I don't, this is just my opinion, and I'm not trying to bash anyone. And, this is the only life that we have to live. I mean, on this earth, this is the only life that we have to live on this earth. And you know, to me, I think children are a gift from God, and to give that up, to give up time with your family. If you have your kids, why not spend time with your kids on a holiday weekend? Me and my family, we went to a couple fall festivals this weekend. We had a good time. The kids had a good time. Seeing them laughing and smiling and playing. Um, you know, I can't get that feeling from a can. I can't get that I can't get that feeling from that. And you only like I said, you only live once. You want to talk about YOLO, you only live once. That's fine. You only live once. Why don't you spend it with your kids? Why don't you do something positive? Take a stand. Take a stand against this stuff. And I loved and before, I would DJ and I would be doing Halloween parties and all types of stuff. And I'd be missing out on time with my kids. And I got to see them dress up this weekend and go and have fun, and it was awesome. It was a really good time, and I wouldn't pick that over any party. I don't care. It's to a point in my life that my kids are number one, my family is number one, and not a drink's gonna solve anything. It's not gonna make me happy, not any happier than my family does. A couple other things I want to talk about. If you're just now getting into drinking, kind of use everything that I've been talking about. Um, you know, I'm probably going to get a lot of people saying, man, listen to this guy. Man, screw this guy. And that's fine. You guys can think whatever you want of me. But I'm just expressing myself. If you just now started drinking and you're choosing the whole party life over, getting a job and working to do something with yourself, you it doesn't get any better. It's Drinking does not get any better. Yes, you may have fun and it does feel good when you buzz and all that, but the outcome of it is not worth it. And you're just going to spend so many years um, just wasting time, wasting life. And you know what I mean? I'm 34 years old now, and I've wasted, I think, since 18. Since I left my parents' house from high school, it was pretty much everyday thing. There was times in between where I didn't, maybe for like a week or so. Um, but I can definitely say from like the age of 19 to 24 or so, it was an everyday thing, and it wasn't just having a one beer or so. I mean, this was talking about getting drunk every single day. And I'm 34 years old now, and thinking about all that money that I wasted, all that time that I wasted. Um, I'm I'm trying to start a business. To think of where I could be if I didn't spend that money, to think of where I could be now if I did not spend that money, let's just say from age 19 all the way up till now, I could be a millionaire, with the business I'm doing and stuff like that. I could have so many different companies started up. Um, we're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars that have been spent on alcohol, and there's so much more that I could have done with my life. And I'm not bashing anybody who wants to go out and party, whatever. That's your deal. That's fine. I'm just want to give advice that if you just now started doing this, just say you just now got out of high school, and you want to go party and do whatever. It's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it, especially if you can't control it. And to a lot of people, it gets a hold of you and it makes it where you cannot control it. And it like it did me. I couldn't control it. I picked it over. I chose partying over everything. And it didn't matter whose feelings you hurt. You said whatever you wanted to say to be able to go and party and do whatever you want to do. But in the end, you lost a bunch of relationships over drinking. You know, it's not worth it. You have you have family and friends that have been put into your life to love you, to guide you, and if you're gonna choose alcohol over them or be drunk and mouth off like me, I was, and you can ask any of my family and friends, I got drunk, I mouthed it off to people. I said stupid stuff that I don't even remember saying. I've hurt my family and I've hurt my friends so many times over getting drunk and saying stupid stuff. And, I lost some relationships over that, but I didn't care. That's the thing. We need to care about each other. We need to have each other's backs. And if you know somebody who's just now starting to drink a lot or has been drinking for a long, I mean, there's a time to step in and say, look, this has got to stop. I mean, you can do so much more with your life, and you know, this is the only life we have. We have to end this. We have to end this battle with alcoholism, and we're never gonna do it. We're never gonna do it if we don't start trying to all do it together. You know. Um, I'll share another story. Then I'll tell you guys some exciting thing that I'm working on. But it's like when I got in trouble and I had that DWI. I had to take a class, and then I had to take a MAD. I had to go to a MAD meeting, and you know, the people in that class were just like, man, this is wasting my time. And these people who got up and spoke, their lives were ripped apart because of alcohol. You know, and these people in that room, they didn't care. They're like, can I go? And it's a really sad thing. These people up there crying and talking about, well, my kid was just trying to go out. They were going clothes shopping because they were excited to start college, and their whole dream and everything was taken apart because a guy wanted to drive the wrong side on the road and head on collision with them. Took the daughter's life, and and the mom had to go and identify her daughter that was going to go buy clothes to go to college. Her daughter was making something of herself, and some idiot took their life. You know, this could be a friend of yours that we're talking about. This could be someone who has a problem that has to drink every day or go to every party that they can. And for what? For what? You're gonna waste all that money, and you're gonna screw your body up, and you're gonna take someone's life, or put yourself in jail, or take your own life. So, I just had to get that out. I haven't made a video in a while, but it's just been building up on me. People saying, "Yeah, I need to quit." Okay, you can do that. Don't assume that Alcoholics Anonymous is the only thing that you can do to quit, because it's not. The change has to start with you. You know, you can't blame someone else for you going and getting a bottle. If you go to Alcoholics Anonymous or you go to a rehab and you spend all this money on rehab, thinking that this is just something that, oh, this is going to fix my issue. I got news for you. When you get out, there's still going to be stores that sell alcohol. Now, just because you went to rehab and all that, that doesn't that doesn't make it that doesn't make it where you can't go in and buy stuff. You know, there's not some sign that says, oh, they've been to rehab, they've been to Alcoholics Anonymous. We're not going to sell to them. No, you can still walk into a store and buy it. So you have to stop the steps before it happens. Don't go in that store. If you have to start from the beginning like that, instead of make it to where, okay, I'm just gonna avoid the store. Once you think you have the courage to go inside to get a bag of chips or soda or whatever, then go in. Make sure you don't go back there. You know, make it to a point. One step at a time, baby steps at it, and eventually you'll overcome it. So let's just all work on this together. And I know people who are watching this, who are watching the replay. I know maybe some of you are like this, or people that are like this that have problems. We have to stop it. A lot of people are dying senselessly because of this. And it doesn't matter because everyone will defend it to the T. Oh, well, people die this way too. People die this way too. Yeah, okay, I understand that. But if there's a way to stop it because of someone's drinking something, drink some water. You don't have to drink. You don't have to drink alcohol to have a good time. I had some friends over tonight. We watched the Cowboys game. We watched WWE pay per view. Had an awesome time. I mean, what I do? I had my water. I had my Chex Mix. Had a good time. If I was drinking, I probably would have passed out and would not have been able to finish all of it. So the change is only with you. You can't expect some change from Alcoholics Anonymous or rehab or anything. You have to do the change. Um, but anyways, here's my news. I posted on Facebook. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you probably saw it. But I am going to start writing a book. I've never. I mean, I don't even really read books, but I I feel I have a story to tell, and I kind of want to put it, you know, in words. Put it where you can have it in your hands and read my story. Um, I'm starting to work on it. I have some ideas of chapters that I want to do, and I'm going to start working on that. And hopefully, within a couple months, I'll have it out. Um, I can have it on Kindle and have it where you can actually buy the book online and stuff. But I believe I have a good story to tell, and the main thing I want to do is help. I just want to help people, and if watching these videos help you, or reading a book of my story helps you, then it's all worth it. I'm gonna spend a lot of time on doing it, and I want to do it the right way, and just get my point across and my message across, and yeah. So I'm excited about that. That's something I've always looked into doing. Um, with the business I do anyway, with the reselling business, I was looking into doing a book. I actually had someone try to write a book for me once, and it didn't turn out too well. Um, but I'm going to write this book about myself, about my story, about my struggle, and just let you guys know some situations that happened in my life that you know a lot of people don't know about. Um, so it's gonna be cool. I'm very excited about it. So I'll keep you guys updated on that. I might even make a Facebook page for the book, so you can like it and get the latest news on it and stuff like that. But I'm very excited about it, and I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. I've actually got a lot of work to do tonight, but I had to get this stuff off my chest. I've been thinking about it, and just haven't had time to make a video. So now I am. Got the video done, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Um, Subscribe to the channel. I always let you guys know that I have videos of reselling on here. That's what this channel mainly is, but it's also going to be um, I'm gonna be telling my story of sobriety and all that too. I'm gonna have both type of videos. But if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, please do so. That would be amazing. And I'll keep you guys updated. I'm gonna start on this book. I've got some chapter ideas. I'm gonna start putting some stuff on paper this week and start from there. So I'm excited about that, you guys. Please be on the lookout for that. And thanks for watching. And please, if you guys know someone who's just now started drinking, or someone who's asked for help and have gave hints that they need help, you know, pass the message on to them. Stop yourself from even getting that can in your hand. You have to take those steps to stop that happening. And if you can do that, it'll all fall in line. You just have to make it to that point that you're sober one day, sober 2 days, sober 4 days, sober a week, sober 147 days. You have to make it to that point. So please, if you guys know someone like that, just help them out, because people need help, and they can't do it on their own. You just have to got to kind of walk with them. But eventually, they're gonna have to fly, and they're gonna have to fly out of the nest and do it on their own. But please help people that have this issue. It's a dangerous addiction, and we have to stop it, and we have to and we have to stop the coolness of it. People think it's so cool to get out and party and get drunk and stuff, and all these commercials on TV make it seem like it's the coolest thing to do, but they don't show the accidents or people getting pulled over and all that stuff on the way home over nothing. So God bless you guys. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more. And I'll talk to you later.